With episode 13 of the new series, Digimon Adventure 2020's ultimate problem has been cemented, and that is its ultimate problem. This is my episode 12 and 13 review, but rather than run through the episodes beat by beat, I wanted to talk about the increasingly concerning issue of ultimate level Digimon that I've seen the community on Reddit and Facebook talk about, and people in my comments here talking about. For the uninitiated, either new to the series or this is your first time hearing about this problem, the two key issues with the new show's usage of ultimate or Kanzentai level Digimon are this. 1. The speed or the pacing, the lightning fast pacing of these Digimon's arrival, and 2. The power scaling. The way that the moment a new ultimate shows up, it's basically game over for the bad guys. There's been concern from viewers since episode 2 when Omnimon/Omegamon showed up that the show was moving too fast. As viewers of my channel know, this never bothered me because I didn't see it as going through the motions too fast, but rather as a carefully crafted decision to flip what we know about Digimon Adventure on its head. But with the ultimates, it's not quite the same as the Omnimon situation. Each week since episode 10 has seen one kid advance their Digimon partner from champion to ultimate level to secure an uncontested victory. In episode 12, we saw Lilymon only 7 or so episodes after meeting Mimi. The original series spent 35 episodes maturing Mimi, introducing the concept of crests, and strengthening the bond between Palmon and Mimi before ultimate Digivolution was even possible. Here, while I do believe Palmon and Mimi are close, we reached this Lilymon form without anything other than rage or determination on Mimi's part. It was the same with Tai and Metal Greymon, Matt and Garudamon, Sora and Garudamon, and it's going to be the same with Izzy next week. I want to be surprised by Digimon Adventure, and this is as unsurprising as it gets. Omegamon worked because it left me having no idea what was coming next. With the structure they're going with for the Ultimate Digimon, I know exactly what the next handful of episodes are going to be about, and that's incredibly disappointing as someone who was loving when the show kept me guessing. I've heard the argument made from comments and YouTubers like Billiam's new podcast, which I actually agree with, that in terms of evolution being the climax of character development, the new series is probably just moving that over to Mega level instead of Ultimate where it existed in the original show. After all, it's all but confirmed each of the main Digimon will go Mega this series thanks to the imagery in episode 5. I assume that's where we'll get the emotional payoffs for these character pairs, but that doesn't help these episodes feel any more rewarding or any less rushed. And that doesn't help with the second issue we mentioned, the power scaling, so I'll talk about that. Metal Tyrannomon was unstoppable 10 seconds before Metal Greymon showed up, and then he became a cakewalk. Cannon Beamon was a unstoppable mass of mechanized destruction, unlike anything the kids had ever seen before, until Garudamon showed up and blasted a hole through it. I feel like a bit of a dork criticizing a children's animation show, but the minute these ultimates show up, it's just game over, and the strange part is the opponents are ultimates too. In theory, all it should do is even the playing field to have the kids go to ultimate as well. There could be an easy way to get around this if the enemy was just a really formidable champion, but in terms of ease to defeat, our hero Digimon might as well be Megas. But an even more ideal solution would be to complicate these battles so that it isn't just a one-punch man scenario once a new ultimate arrives. The real tragedy with these fights is that up until now, when it came to the champion level battles, the show has been phenomenal about battle design and strategy. Whereas the original show was a mouth blast or missile fest, the new show saw the kids using their brains alongside the Digimon's brawn to win the day. Remember the Joe and Gomamon episode where Ikakumon's presence didn't mean an instant win for the team? All he did was supply sea support and managed to get the enemy Digimon onto the land where Greymon and Togemon could finish it off. It took 3 champions and a battle plan to beat this one champion, and it didn't make Ikakumon feel weak or useless. It was still extremely clear that he played a vital role. I've said over and over again in my past videos that I love how the new show decided to introduce us to its cast of characters in waves because I believed this would give us time to grow and connect with each of them more than on the original show. So far it's hit or miss because once they've arrived, it's been a non-stop evolution episode after evolution episode. The original series had character-focused episodes where the resolution came without a new Digimon form, and funny enough, my favorite episode of the new series so far was episode 8, which did exactly that. There was no new Digivolution appearance, just teamwork and character building shining bright and carrying the episode. Imagine if in episode 12, Mimi's latest episode, after Togemon and Metal Greymon failed to stop Andromon, Garudamon made the sacrifice he did but actually managed to take down Andromon, or at least allow the kids an opening to escape. Mimi, Palmon, and us viewers would hold Garudamon up as a hero for the next 50 episodes. He could have been Mimi's Wizardmon figure, and when the time was right, maybe 10 episodes from now, 15 episodes from now, Mimi and Palmon could trigger Lilymon's debut while being reminded of Gardramon's sacrifice. While I thought Mimi's scream of sadness at the end of episode 12 was a really important and powerful character moment, it was a little disappointing to see her in episode 13, jovial and jokey, laughing with Tai and Izzy about Izzy's laptop, as if if something horrible hadn't just happened. Again, I'm enjoying the show. If I had to rate episode 12 and 13, I'd give them a 7 each, maybe a 6 on episode 13 to be quite honest. This video is not meant to be an indictment or a takedown of the Digimon reboot. I'm still genuinely blown away with what it's bringing to the table, but I think because I know how smart, emotional, and predictable it can be, thanks to episodes like 8, 2, and 3, for example, it makes it that much more painful when these Ultimate episodes follow a very predictable, very punch-harder anime formula. We should be pumped up to see the Ultimate forms of these Digimon with brand new 2020 HD animation, but as it stands, I'm just waiting for this section of episodes to wrap up so I can see the show go into unknown territory once again. I want to be surprised, and I know Digimon Adventure 2020 can surprise us, but it's not even trying with these Ultimates, and that is Digimon Adventure 2020's ultimate problem. Hey everyone, remember to subscribe to TheDigiKnow. I'm actually going to be giving away a free copy of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition on Nintendo Switch once I cross 1,000 subscribers. That's my big goal for the year, and once that happens, one lucky winner is going to get a copy of Cyber Sleuth.